Happy Sunday to you, simulation folks. Want to just give you a quick update on what to do next and what you're going to be working on for this next week. So, due today is the tutorials. So those tutorials should be complete, and we'll be moving on to Learning Plan 3 in Blackboard. So Learning Plan 3 is now open for you to take a look at. The weekly webinars are posted. There is a discussion on Foundation Fast Track or Balanced Scorecard, and for you to start looking at this. And then you're going to do the practice rounds. So the practice rounds, there's 4 or 5 different practice rounds for you to do. I think you can go all the way through 5. So keep going until you hit this. And basically what you're going to be striving for is you're going to strive to reach at least 65 million in sales. You need to create a new product. You have to reach a cumulative profit of $1 million, and you must reach at least a 35% contribution margin. So this is where you're going to actually start working on your decisions. So I'm going to go in and show you what I did. I did create company assignments for everyone. You guys are going to be in your own teams. So far, everybody who's in, I created a team for you. So when you log in, you'll be going into your team, and you'll be able to start your first round. So I'm going to go ahead and just log into one and show you how to do it. So Teddy, I'm logging into yours. Okay, so here is where your reports will be, and here's where you make your decisions. So when you come in, it'll show you that you completed your tutorials and where you're at with that, and then you've got your practice rounds. So when you go through your practice rounds, you can go through all the practice rounds it allows you to do, 4 or 5, I'm not sure. It might even be 5 now. So you go through your practice rounds. Let's say you don't reach the goals listed in Blackboard. So let's say you hit 40 million in sales and you want to get to 65 million in sales. You can undo the rounds back to the very first round, and you can do it over and over again until you hit that. So you get 40 points for reaching each of these areas. You will get partial credit if you don't hit one of those areas, so you do get some credit if you miss one, but you really want to keep working on it until you hit all of these. I will tell you that it's really easy to create a new product, and it's really easy to reach a profit of $1 million. Those are kind of no-brainers. These 2 are going to be the challenge. So if you go, oh, I got those 2, I'm good. No, you're not good, because it's going to get a whole lot harder than that. So I want you to keep trying until you get to 65 million in sales and 35% contribution margin, at least one of those, because it's going to be important for you to be hitting contribution margins when we go into the regular round. So this is practice. You can undo it and do it as many times as you want, which is awesome. So you'll go into your decisions. You'll launch the web spreadsheet. You will make your decisions in each of these areas. And you're going to be working alone, so this is not a team thing. You'll be doing this on your own. And then once you make all of your decisions and you go to each of these areas, down to finance, you can also go look at your decision summary. So any changes that you made will be here. You can look at your pro formas and your reports. So this is your Foundation Fast Track. It's right in here for you to look at. So you can definitely look at your Foundation Fast Track after each round. I always tell people to make sure when you go in here that it tells you what round you're on, because sometimes when you're going through this quickly, it doesn't advance as quickly as you'd like it to. So if you're going back out to your Foundation Fast Track, make sure it says the next round on it, because otherwise you might be looking at an old Foundation Fast Track. This is where you're going to find your cumulative profit. You'll always be Andrews. You'll also see your total sales. So you're starting at 40 million in sales. You need to get that to 65 million. And you're starting at 20% contribution margin, and you need to get that up to 35%, I think. And then this is a cumulative profit. So you already start at cumulative profit greater than you need to. So that's why I said it's pretty easy, and don't get too excited if you hit that. The other 2 are the more challenging ones. And then you will see your additional item that you create in the Foundation Fast Track. Looking at It will give you an estimate as well on the pro formas, so you can look at your balanced scorecard, and you can take a look at your balanced scorecard and kind of see how many points you're getting on this. After the practice rounds, this is where your points are going to be. So it's important to take a look at this. Now, this is before everybody else submits their decision and the computer submits their decision. You're not really competing against the folks in the class, you're more competing against the computer at this point. So it's before the computer puts its stuff in, and it's just giving you an estimate based on what you're forecasting where you should come out. Okay, so this could change definitely based on industry, what's happening in the industry. So have to wait and see. So unlike CompXM or SESM, you're not getting like a preview of what the market's going to do for the year. It doesn't tell you that. But your Foundation Fast Track will give you it's giving you a very steady forecast of 10% growth. So unlike SESM, it's not going to be volatile. It should be a steady growth as you go. So that's, I think, an important thing to remember. So that's not really going to change. So your growth should be pretty steady. And that's a variable that could really throw off your predictions if it wasn't. So this is where you actually create your new product and where you want to put it on the perceptual map. Make sure you understand the perceptual map and the difference between high tech and low tech, and decide where you want to position yourself. Marketing page here. I think that you guys have little eyes next to yours too. This should look similar to what you have, but it will give you some tips. So read through those because I think those are helpful. Your forecast is not your benchmark prediction across. Your forecast, you're actually looking at your reports and calculating your forecast from that, and it's important to do that correctly as close as you can. And then remember, for shift capacity, you actually have double that for overall capacity. You will not be able to buy your new product until the next round. So you won't be able to buy your capacity, I think, until the next round. If you go over this, it will just turn red and it won't let you. So it'll tell you. You can't really do anything with staffing right now. So that is going to, for the first round, not going to be anything you need to worry about. And this is where you borrow money. And the other thing that you want to make sure is you don't get any emergency loans. Emergency loans will throw you off tremendously. So each round, as you go through here, will look a little bit different. By round 4, you'll have TQM in here. So you want to take a look at the TQM because you'll have several rounds of that in the competition round. So make sure you take a look at TQM and decide how you want to handle that. After each round, I recommend printing your Foundation Fast Track. I get that as practice, so you might do this a bunch of times, but for sure in the competition round I would do that because you want to analyze your reports, you want to see how you did, you want to see where you need to improve. I think that's going to be a really important thing to do. And this is your industry conditions report. This doesn't change, I don't believe. I don't believe this changes. So that's out there for you as well. I think that's it. So if you have questions, let me know. This is practice, so go out there and do this as many times as you want. I'd highly recommend going through this a couple times. If you, let's say you get really close to one and you get 3 or 4, take a screenshot or download the PDF of your Foundation Fast Track. You should be able to, if I go to print, you should be able to open it up in a PDF and save it. You should be able to do that on your Windows PC as well. And then you can save the PDF of this document. And then if for some reason you don't hit the numbers on your last try, you can send me this PDF in Blackboard and I will go off of what your PDF is. Or you can do a screenshot of, at least minimally do the screenshot of the first page because your product should show regardless. So if you do a screenshot, this is really what I need to see and what round it was. So if you want to show me that and send it in, this screenshot would be enough to attach to Blackboard as well. So if you don't want to do a PDF and you just want to take a snippet or a screenshot of it on your computer and then send me that JPEG, that's great too. So if you need anything else though, let me know. I think that should be it for this week. Take a look at Learning Plan 3. I've got it all laid out on what you should read. This is one of the last weeks of reading, so once you get through this reading, that's the guts of it. And then your homework assignments are to review those reports, the Foundation Fast Track and the Balanced Scorecard, complete the practice rounds, watch the webinar, there's a couple of them in there, and the discussion on the Foundation Fast Track. Your practice round totals are here if you need it. If you have any questions on Flipgrid, post that here and I will respond. And I think that's it. Let me know if you have questions.